All right, guys, so I honestly did not think this was possible to milk the Rathalos set for even more content so quick, but here I am doing it again. So a few days ago, I did a video on Ray. Now, Ray is in 6-piece Rathalos. I did a video with my Trunda in 9-piece Rathalos, but then I realized that this is not just a damage dealer set, and I feel as if most of the focus has been around the 9-piece bonus, damage dealer, 6-piece bonus, damage dealer. However, the 4-piece is actually supercharging support champions, specifically my Necmo Thar. So this, I believe, will be the #1 Necmo build, or one of the #1 Necmo builds going forward, which is 4-piece Rathalos plus a set like Provoke, a set like Relentless, and for other champions, maybe a set like Stun Set, something like that, because these sets together are absolutely incredible. And there's a lot of other champions this stuff can work with. I'm going to be talking about Necmo today. He set my new personal best on Brutal Hydra, but I also want to mention champions like Mother Cybele. She has an AoE A1 ability. Since the Rathalos set is boosting your turn meter whenever you hit with an AoE skill, AoE A1s are super important, but she's already boosting your turn meter, so now she'll get extra turn meter boost from the Rathalos 4-piece set. So Mother Cybele could be amazing. A champion like Nia could also be amazing. Right there, Nia brings an A1 ability with decreased speed. So both those champions could be very consistent with keeping up decreased speed on the Hydra boss, while also you could throw them in Provoke set, assuming you have 2 accessories. If you don't get lucky and have 2 accessories, you may have to wait until the next Forge Pass, but hopefully you're able to fit one of these 4-piece sets on somebody who does have AoE skills. Which, speaking of, I want to hear from you guys. Who do you think is going to be one of the top champions, support or even damage dealer, in the Rathalos set? I'm very interested in that. Now, as far as my actual set goes, before I show you guys the run, which is 100% full auto, like walk away full auto, I'm going to get into that in a little bit more in just a moment, but we have these pieces. They're not fully upgraded. The stats aren't the best, but to be honest, as long as you're hitting like the minimum stat thresholds and you can survive and you're not just dying and your champion's going fast, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, I have a resistance banner here. That's not the best, but I'm not even using any resistance on this champion, but getting this bonus is definitely worth it. So you got to weigh that out for yourself. But for me, picking up the 4-piece bonus where I'm getting turn meter boost every time I hit with an AoE skill, which, if you don't know Necmo's kit, his A1's AoE, his A2's AoE, and his A3 is extra turn into his A1 or A2 AoE skill. So always turn meter boost, up to 20% turn meter boost. He has pretty good HP, pretty good defense. If we go to Hydra specifically, it's a little bit higher. So he has good stats overall, but they're not like crazy compared to if I just did Provoke with a different set. However, the set bonus from Rathalos, I really think is extremely valuable. And then I got lucky and I have a revenge accessory as well. But to be honest, I would just drop this and not even worry about it. Though the counterattacks are super cool because counterattacks, guess what? It's AoE. So more turn meter boost is coming. So let me go ahead and jump over here real quick and show you guys the champion. Actually, before we do this, let's go to the Hell Hades website. So what I'm going to do here is just show you that this team was in fact full auto. So go to the Hell Hades website. I search. This is showing my champion, essentially best teams based on my champions. We're going to exclude manual teams. I only want to see 100% full auto teams. And guess what? That's my team right there. 312 million damage. Scroll to the very end here, and we did 312 million damage. This is in fact not the correct Hydra run. That is one that wiped. So let me try to find the correct Hydra run real quick and get you guys that pulled up. This should be it. There we go. 312.18 million damage. The previous one I was testing some stuff, but that is the run. So what I want to show you guys here, before I go in here and show you all the builds of the champions, which you could come into the Hell Hades website, and if you have the same champion as me, you could see the builds. But I will pull this up, so in case you're curious, you can just see the builds from right here. Before we jump in, like show the video, just so if you don't want to watch the entire video, just watch it here, but subscribe, you know, drop a like down below, all that kind of good stuff. But these are the builds of the champions. You don't have to hit these exact stats. I'll try to go into a little bit more in a little while, but for now, just in case you're curious, that is the information I have, in case you don't want to hear the rest of me talking right now. All right, guys, so here's the Hydra run I want to take a little bit of a look at. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's an hour long, but the beginning of the match, 100% full auto, as in I didn't click a single head, nothing the entire match. However, the beginning gets a little bit weird. Like the things get Poison Cloud on them, and it just ends up being very, very clunky. With that said, though, I do want to see how Poison Cloud interacts with the Rathalos set, because I'm pretty sure it gives no turn meter boost, which is something very important to pay attention to if you're weak hitting on the enemy or if they have Poison Cloud. So if you're not getting a normal crit or some other kind of hit, well, you're not getting the extra turn meter. So you can see here Necmo is about to do his A1. When he does, pay attention to no increased turn meter. So the difference is, if you fast forward a little bit, Nekmo does a turn here. When he does the turn, he is going to get the extra turn. So he gets all at boost turn meter, 4 or 5 counts of boost turn meter. So he's good affinity on 2 heads, weak against 2. So 4 turn meter boosts there. As long as he's not weak hitting, he's going to get the turn meter boost. So you got to make sure that if you're using a champion in the Rathalos set, expecting the turn meter boost to happen, that you are using champions who bring block debuffs. If not, then you're going to get the Poison Cloud, or if you don't have Burn going, you're going to get the Poison Cloud, and you're not going to get all that turn meter boost. So we got 3 there. I guess we got a weak hit on somebody. I would love to see how long it takes for Nekmo to lap Siphi in turns. It's kind of hard to see right now, though, because of just the way they're taking it. But I'm sure that he is going to eventually catch up to Siphi. We have the turn meter boost from his passive. We have the turn meter boost from him using the A1. We have just so much turn meter boost from him. So I think he used an extra turn there just now, not a turn meter boost itself. But he's getting so many turns. But Ray, you can see her getting a lot of turns as well. All that boost turn meter is so nice, especially when you have a champion like Lady Mikage doing these ally attacks. It's just going to boost their turn meter more, give them even more turns, make them do even more damage. So this team is not required this exact setup. You can definitely make this team do even more damage. But essentially, what we're seeing is Nekmo not only getting tons of turns, but also keeping up tons of decreased speed, keeping up tons of leech, keeping up the decreased attack very often, as well as the provoke on the Head of Decay. So we have the ally attack going. We have him doing AoEs every turn. So I actually want to see how many times does Nekmo hit the Head of Decay before it takes a turn. So it just now took its turn. Let's watch this. So the Head of Decay is about to take a turn. Took a turn. Okay. Nekmo, we'll count it after this first hit. Okay. So he'll hit here. Let's see. So that one doesn't count. We'll count it from here on. And it includes Lady Mikage's ally attacks. So we're looking at about to be 1 hit. So 1 turn there. Bunch of boost turn meter. Already got the provoke. So 1 turn. And then we have another one about to come up. 2 turns. If Lady Mikage does ally attack here, we're going to boost our turn meter even more and probably squeeze in 3 turns. That's a 3rd hit there from Nekmo because of the ally attack. And then, okay, we didn't get the 4th one, but we're very, very close. Had we been a little bit more turn meter boosting, we would have gotten the 4th hit. But we got 3 hits, including from Lady Mikage, almost 4 hits on the Head of Decay before it got back around. Now, it does have decreased speed. We do have increased speed. I do believe we did. So that's the reason why we're getting so many turns as well. But the increased turn meter is, without a doubt, helping us get back around. Now, this may not be something you can work on right now, but whether it's on Nekmo, whether it's on Mother Cybele, whether it's on any of these other champions who have these AoE A1 skills, or even A2 or A3 with relatively low cooldowns, like I've even considered putting it on Michinaki, except for the fact that it's going to remove the Savage, so he does need defense ignore to really hit extremely hard, so I can't really do that very easily. But other champions who may be decent damage dealers, but maybe you're not worried about them hitting the hardest because they're not going to have the defense ignore from the AoE skills if you're just doing the 4-piece set, then maybe it's worth putting them in a 4-piece alongside something like Provoke, alongside something like Stun for Faction Wars or the Cursed City or something like that, because now the turn meter boost plus the effect from the set, plus possibly the A1 effect as well. That's why I think Mother Cybele is such an amazing candidate for this, because she has so much great stuff from the A1 ability. She has the decreased speed. She has the turn meter boost anyways. She's going to be getting a ridiculous amount of turns, honestly. So she has the A1 decreased speed, the turn meter boost by 15%, plus a potential 20% from actually the Rathalos set. Decreased speed is going to stay up majority of the time, plus Revive on Death and increased defense. This isn't going to activate the Rathalos set, but in general, it's going to be a very solid build. So essentially what I'm saying, guys, is if you're on the fence about buying the Rathalos set, and you're thinking, okay, well, it's going to be for damage dealers, I don't really need no different sets for damage dealers, it may be worth considering for some of your support champions for Hydra as well. Because the pieces that, or even if you're forging this, the pieces that don't have crit rate, that don't have speed, don't sell those, because they can still be very valuable on champions like Nekmo. I mean, the pieces he has are not amazing. It's just an accuracy chestplate. It's got some speed on it. That's fantastic, but I would really just take it as flat accuracy. And then the top piece, we have speed and accuracy as well. We got to hit the accuracy numbers. So it's really just have the pieces to fit in and make it work. Speed boots are going to be extremely valuable in the Rathalos set because it's going to fit for most champions anyways. You can work the other sets around it. But to be honest, I'm very impressed with this set. The amount of speed that was boosted is incredible, and the amount of turns I took, I ended up going all the way until turn 1200-ish, and then things started falling apart. I think my Ray got eaten, and it just kind of, the run messed up there, but like I said, it was full auto. I could have manualed this probably to, I wouldn't be surprised if almost 400 million. If I fully manualed it, or not fully manualed, but if I clicked the heads even, it'd probably be at least 350 million. Probably even 400 million, and I may try that next week, but to be honest, I just like turning the things on full auto, walking away, coming back, and it being done, even if I have to reset it a couple times. But this team worked out very well. Let's talk about a few of the champion builds real quick outside of Necmo. So you saw his. The next champion we have is the Ray. Ray is built in RATHALOS set as well. She's actually an arena build. It just worked out pretty well for this. This is a little bit different build than what she was in, because I actually changed up some things, but this is a solid Ray build. This is working well for me. Let's go over to Siffy. She's actually just a speed arena build. Lady Mikage is in 9-piece protection. So this is going to give me some extra damage boost as well. It's very nice to have. We have the increased attack, increased crit damage. We have Siffy for the increased defense for Michinaki. Lady Mikage is making Michinaki joining the A1 ability. So a lot of synergies going on there. And then when you look at the next champion, Sun Wukong, once again, just an arena build for him. So most of these champions are just arena builds. It just so happens to work in Hydra. He doesn't have very much accuracy, so I have Lady Mikage in the lead for more accuracy. And then we have Michinaki, who is in Instinct Gear, which, to be honest, if I got him switched over to Lethal, he's going to do a lot more damage, keep him high accuracy. He can do way more than what he did, but I just haven't switched him over yet. I may do it so I can squeeze out some more damage, but right now, I'm not very worried about it because the damage I did, I'm more than happy with. So that was almost 1 billion CVC points, or Hydra Clash points. So essentially, guys, I just wanted to give you all something else to consider if you were looking at the RATHALOS set, debating on whether you should buy it or not, and that's the fact that it's going to be an amazing set on these champions. Now, I realize that the set is going to be RNG when you buy it. Maybe you buy it and you don't get a set for Necmo. That's okay. Maybe you can buy it next time and finally get some pieces for Necmo. But essentially, you're just looking for 2 accessories on some champion and one of the various factions that have an AoE A1 skill with some effect. So right now, the ones I know of are Mother Cybele. Well, I'll see if I can make something work with her, actually. So Mother Cybele, we're going to see if we have the pieces for her. RATHALOS, we have 1 RATHALOS necklace and 1 RATHALOS banner, okay? So accuracy banner and a defense necklace. Actually, pretty good setup, to be honest. So Mother Cybele is done. Maybe I try to make a free-to-play Hydra team around her. Well, it can't really be free-to-play if it's got the Forge Pass, right? Either way, let's go to Nia, see if I got anything to work with on her. We have a RATHALOS ring, that's all. So I couldn't make it work on her because it'd be 1 piece down here. It'd have to be 4 pieces up here, and then, or 3 pieces up here, and then I couldn't make the 4-piece of Provoke. It wouldn't work. We need 2 accessories, and then the 4-piece up here with 2 RATHALOS pieces up top, which are pretty easy to get. So I can't do it for Sylvan Watchers, but I can do it for Night Revs. I can do it for Lizardmen. I know I can do it for Dark Elves. I can do it for Dwarves. There's a lot of factions that I can do it for. Let's see Barbarians just randomly. Could I do it for Barbarians? I got 1, and then no, I don't have anything else. So you could get super lucky and be able to do it for whatever faction you want to do it for, or you could just have unfortunate luck and not be able to. But it's something worth considering, something worth debating over and deciding for yourself, hey, this is not just a damage dealer set, which is something I haven't seen a lot of people talking about. It's actually an incredible set for support champions in Hydra. And let me know what you think would be a better build for Necmo, but I honestly think that this is like the best thing for Necmo. Like this setup right here. Provoke plus RATHALOS with Revenge accessories. We're getting tons of turn meter boost, tons of extra turns, and then tons of chances at this Provoke. You can see at the very beginning of this fight how many hits Necmo did. With ally attack, he got a crazy amount. Let's see, very start of the match. Let's go back a little bit. So let me go, there we go. Start of the match. We got, so Necmo's about to go for the first hit here. Just a moment. Got 1 hit. Big turn meter boost. Lady Mikage is about to do the ally attack, which will give me the 2nd hit. We don't have to count this one, but we can. It doesn't really matter. So 2-ish. We'll just count his turn, his raw turns. Yeah, 2nd turn there. I don't think he's going to get the 3rd one, but he may. If the speed tune was different between him and Mikage, I got a feeling that he could get more turns. If Lady Mikage's does the ally attack, and Nekmo is max turn meter anyways, I don't think it overfills into the next turn. So that is something to be mindful of. If you want to run an ally attack champion probably properly, it's going to be best to have one that's, it's going to be somewhat random anyways, because he's getting so much turn meter boost. Sometimes she's going to hit perfect, sometimes she's not. But right here, she does the boost, and he's already max turn meter. So something worth considering there. Like, let's see if I can see a point where he does that. It's going to be kind of cool. Ray back there, I think getting pretty big turn meter boost, actually. So, no, actually, just kidding. She is already max turn meter as well. They both take a turn. Now she gets the 4 turn meter boost. I don't think she's getting the turn meter boost from Lady Mikage anyways. Same thing with Nekmo. No overfill into that. But it is, either way, it is a lot of turn meter boost going on here. So, once again, they both are max turn meter because of how things go. And then let's see if they are still. So, Lady Mikage is about to do her ally attack here. I want to see what the turn meter boost looks like if she does the ally attack and they're pretty low on turn meter. Okay. It may be impossible to actually find out. She should do it next turn. Okay, so Nekmo's about to take a turn here. Boom. Get some boosted turn meter. Sweet. And she should ally attack here and then fill up the turn meter completely. Okay, gets a nice little chunk. So there we go, finishing that up. Nice little chunk to his turn meter, and then the turn actually itself. Let me see this again. So if you compare this, Lady Mikage does the ally attack, and then watch Wukong's turn meter, doesn't do anything. If you watch Nekmo's turn meter, it bumped up a little bit. Watch it one more time so you guys can really pay attention. You can see the differences in the turn meters. So right here, we have Nekmo just before the 3rd mark, and then Wukong is just after the 3rd mark. They do their stuff, Nekmo hits, and now he's after the 3rd mark, and Wukong's also after the 3rd mark. So you can see the obvious turn meter boost there. It's 20% turn meter boost. And there we go. They were basically even. So Wukong got nothing, just to make sure you guys know that there's no turn meter boost coming from anything else. Ray was, let's see where she was at. She was down kind of low, I think, in turn meter as well. So there we go. Ray's almost taking a turn anyways. She should get boosted right up. Take a turn. There we go. She's boosted up fully, so she's ready to take a turn. She's ready to roll. And there we go. So guys, that is the showcase on the Rathalos set. Something worth considering. The Rathalos set plus Provoke, Rathalos set plus Stun, Rathalos set on any of your support champions could be incredible. Honestly, I think it's going to be extremely helpful. Just getting those extra turns all the time. And even if it's a champion who doesn't have an AoE A1, you just want to get some turn meter boost. Maybe you can't build them super fast. Well, now you can do so. You don't have to worry about building them as fast. You got the AoE skills, get some more turns, and you're going to be good to go. This 6-star Ignatius, I'm going to switch him out of this stuff because it's really not that good. Thank you all very much for watching. I love and appreciate all of you, and I'll catch you in the next video.